Hi, my name is Pencho Rabgey. I was born in Tibet, east side, very small village called Chumba. So first, when I was 7.5 years old, I was become a monk. Since then, I stay in a monastery and study just traditionally memorize small things. Then later on, I just everything is success for the monasteries studies, but that's not very difficult study, only to memorize chanting and stuff like that. When I was 14 years old, then I met a really good Geshe practitioner. Then I so happy I always get teachings from him. Geshe Teletaji, that's my main teacher and my main lama. That's why I turned like person. Before 14 years old, I wasn't a good person. I was so proud, so greedy, and it's really bad. I was. That I wrote in my book. So after I met my lama, then I changed everything. When I was 19 years old, I come to Lhasa and studied in a Sarah monastery 5 years. After that, we moved to Tibetan refugee in India. Again, I studied 7 more years in India, Buddhist subject. Then I worked for social, just need so many things. And slowly I don't like keep my monk's vow with me because I'm not like other monks. I go all kind of different hospitals, help patients. And on the way, on the hospital, I cannot wear my monk robe. I have to change robes. Then I am a different monk, so I give up my vow. And that need a ritual, but I don't talk about it. Then I start help some social workers. That place called Dalhousie, India. That time, then I start small business. There's a lot of Western peoples. I try to learn English. And Mrs. Bedi is, people may know, Gandhi has a special person help him, Indira Gandhi and Bedi. Bedi is born in England, and she is a white lady. So slowly she come after the India independence. She was India Home Minister. Then she changed mind. She stepped down and she become a Buddhist nun. And later on, I joined her, and we did some Tibetan monks together, and also nunnery. So I tried to work for them. At that time, I met so many Western people from Germany, Australia, and lots of from America and Canada. So then I stuck with a small business, most of with antique. Then, Canadian government helped me a lot of money for Tibetan refugees in India. And nobody knows how it works. Then Maggie Tudo, being in India, check everything out. She wasn't very happy, I believe, and she gave a message for government of Canada, don't send any money. I met a lot of Tibetan people. They are really nice. I've been in Nepal and India both. So our money is quite wasting, so we should take them to Canada. That's the help. So she started. We applied, and that the Canadian High Commissioner was Mr. George from Ontario, and Mr. Shah, I don't know where he's from, he's Canadian. They are working for Tibetan refugees take to Canada. So we applied, and they said you need a kind of job. I applied cook, and then they said, oh, you can try to make shoes. So we, in the butter company in Bengal, so we visited there. Not easy, nothing difficult things. So that's why we applied, and 1971, then we moved to Canada, and that was in Montreal. We have to learn French, so we studied French about 9 months. They called Copy Library, other side of Montreal. So day by day we learn French, not too bad, understand, we can communicate. And every day I just surprise talk to tailors. It's so long, so big, so many of them going and coming. I just watch it so many times. Then I surprise subways. I never seen before. So many surprises. Then government of Canada representative called Mrs. O'Connor. O'Connor one day come with a bunch of people. We almost finished French course. Then she said, no, on, you are Canadian refugee in Canada, but you are same as Canadian people. Canadians are prime minister and one single person under the one law, nothing different. We just care, and you're going to get the same as everybody else. If somebody look you down or raise or something, you report to government. The government is your side. I was so surprised. I never heard like that. In India, we've been so many years. 12 years I was in India. First time, we cannot sleep under the poles because on the street poles there's light. We try to sleep under the light, but the police say get away. So in Canada, they said you get everything same as equal for everybody. That was I was surprised. After 9 months, then we moved smaller area, Farnham, near the Granby, and then we got job for cook. I cook for Opera restaurant. Nice, wonderful country. They bought all the way India to Canada. They turn the language, and they bought a small stove and a small refrigerator. They rent house, we have to pay. No, we don't need more than that. We said we don't need any government help. We can survive. Since then, we never ever ask any penny for the government. Because my study, Buddhist study, the government money is a public tax. The government doesn't have any money. So we take that money. It is everybody's money. That's not suitable for my religious practice. So that's why we always stay away from government. We like government, but we don't take any help more than they get from India to Canada. That's beginner. Since then we survive slowly. We raise kids in here. sometimes the children's relatives, kids here. We have 5 or 6 kids every summer. So then we started, in Lindsay there's 17 Tibetan families. We set up a summer school, teach them Tibetan language, dance, and songs, but that's not very easy. Then we started dance group because we have to keep a piece of idea what the Tibetan is. Then slowly we've been so many North America areas. We did 224 performs. We never charge a penny. Also, we've been in New York, Boston, New Hampshire, and Ithaca, and Wilmington, Indiana, twice. So everything for the show Tibetan culture. Tibetan culture is the most important thing. Don't kill anyone and don't steal. Most Tibetan people keep that way. That is a good thing. Then my kids are very young. Almost they're 5 years old, 4 years old. And in Quebec is changing so much there. Now we move somewhere else. We heard Ontario, there's some Tibetans. And I found in Lindsay, we decided to move to Lindsay and stay with the one Tibetan family for 13 days. They have 3 kids, so we have 3 kids, 6 in a home, very small house. We sleep in a whole family in a living room for 13 days. After 13 days, we bought this old house, really bad shape, but I think it's okay. We can fix it. Then I applied job. I think I can learn carpenter or something else. That I get job. Since then, I never changed any job. It's Northern Cascade, so good people, and fair, and I never had a problem. So I'm from poor country, and I see so much things are wasting wood, metals. It's unbelievable. They just throw away everything in the garbage. Every Friday I deliver garbages in a park view. That's the garbage dump. Every Friday I go there. 2-3 barrels of metals. Then I thought, oh my God, this is buried under the ground. Not really good. Whole family saved pop cans, and they said if you get so many kilos, they give you a wheelchair for sick people. We are really happy. We just school, workplace, everywhere we try to find those keys. So we got a wheelchair. Who got it, I don't know. We got so many palms of keys. That kind of things, so we do small things. And later on, we try to get in a senior's place, a little bit of kids dance and kids talk with the older people. That kind of things, we are really happy. And then later on, the kids are grown up. They're ready to go to high school. Everybody is clean, nice, friendly, have nice life. And we always say, don't race with anybody. Everybody looking for good. Everybody looking for better mark. If you get 80% of a mark, somebody get 79, go shake them, and only we have no numbers in between. We are same. Hug them, and nobody look down. Because sounds like grade 6, they got a lot of good names. I thought maybe high school they do good. And never proud. People who has big ego, never happy, always sad. You find so many enemies. If don't have ego, peaceful, helpful, make friend with everybody, you're always going to be happy. Nobody bothers you. You have no enemies. All the enemies we raise from us. We don't like something, don't like him, don't like her. Then argue. Then they don't like us either because we bug them. That's why we just don't need any enemies. Make friend. Human beings' life is short. No time to fight with people. No time to fight with anybody. Just make for sure friend. And also, somebody will get a big house. We don't need that big house because if you stay in home, no leaking, it's there's heat, that's fine, that's good. You have to learn enough, it's enough. If you're not enough, you're never happy, you never get enough. No matter how rich you are, you never get enough. So sometimes you have to stop. And my idea is food and clothes in the summer, shuttle, stay in home, that's it. Don't need anything. Because young people get older and older, older and older. When now I'm 84, we don't really need so much. Just to survive is okay. So, I'm worried about environment. This is so much waste, so much garbage, so much. This is the only I worry. People, powerful people, never stop do pollution. They know they survive. They have a protection. They never think the others. So this is the sad part. Otherwise, I like Canada. There's nothing wrong. So that's all about it. My story.